So the boycott against Target has now been extended indefinitely. Indefinitely. I like that. So I'm just going to take the time right now to just run back some of the consequences that Target is dealing with since they decided to renege on their DEI programs, right? One of which is the stocks. Once priced at $266, today in April 2025, that same stock is priced at $88.73. Another thing is the foot traffic has decreased significantly to the point where now it's in the single digit percentage rates. You know what single digit is? 1 through 9. 1 through 9. So, us little people have definitely been boycotting ever since we found out that a lot of these major corporations such as Target, Walmart, McDonald's, Forbes, and the list goes on and on, has decided to renege on their REACH initiative, which was an incentive set to invest $2 billion into Black-owned businesses. A lot of us have decided to take our business elsewhere. And it has now caught the attention of our pastors and civil rights leaders and things of that nature. To the point where now we have people like Dr. Jaymo Brian, who is literally and led a Target fast, which was a 40-day fast from Target. Now I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I do not like the idea of these pastors being the face of this movement. I don't like it at all. However, whatever is going to bring the word out there more, I'm all for it. I just want to make that clear. But since Dr. Jaymo Brian decided to take the initiative and start this 40-day Target fast, which has now ended since Lent is over, but we're obviously not taking our foot off of their necks, which is why the title of this article is basically stating that it's indefinite. This boycott now is indefinite. Like it's not going nowhere, right? Since then, him and his church has actually opened up a website called targetfast.org. I'm going to tag it somewhere here. And on there, it actually provides 300,000 shopping alternatives to Target and some of the other major corporations that have decided to renege on their DEI programs. And just to let you know, 200,000 people have signed up and participated in this fast. So now that this boycott has become indefinite and they see that we're not playing with them, we've actually really committed ourselves to taking our money and our business elsewhere. CEOs from Target, Walmart, Home Depot have all reached out to the Trump administration, letting them know that these tariffs and everything that they're doing will lead to empty shelves. Okay, so the information that I'm reporting to you guys or relaying to you guys is coming from a report done on Axios, right? So apparently the CEOs are all simultaneously contacting and letting, the Trump administration know that these tariffs is a bad idea and they got to go. It's to the point where even the administration is starting to realize like, okay, this is not sustainable at all. And they're starting to take a softer approach or a softer position, right, with this tariff war that they started. In a private speech with JP Morgan, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent admitted that the ongoing trade war with China is not sustainable. Duh, we already knew that. This is a quote I'm reading directly from the article, like I said, that you can go and find on Axios. So the big box CEOs flat out told him, Trump, these prices aren't going up. They're steadily right now, but they will go up. And this isn't about food, but he was told that shelves will be empty. An administrator official told the meeting with Axios. This is a quote coming from an administrative official.
So here we are again, another boycott, another wave of outrage, and another big brand under fire. This time, it's Target. You might have seen hashtags like Target boycott, Target fast, making the rounds. And while it might seem like just another casual or skirmish, this one hits differently. It's not just about what Target is selling, it's about what they have stopped standing for. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, my name is Rosemary. Kindly consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Before we get to the video, let me play a few clips on the same and I'll be back with my commentary. All credit goes to the original creators of this video.
I don't know about you guys, but I recently scrolled and saw an ad for Target, and something told me just to look at the comments, and I did. And in those comments, people were going off saying, give my girl a break, give my girl a break. And I'm trying to figure out, what are they talking about, give who a break? So I go on Target's actual page, Their last, I think, 5, 6, 7 videos is the same person's hand. Some black lady or black man, I don't know who, because they're not showing the face, which is a smart move, because I would not show my face. But I feel like this is their way of saying sorry. This is their way of saying, please come back. We're just like you. We hired one of you to shoot our content. I don't know, but I just find that so interesting. Like, their last few videos is just the same person. The same person. And I hope that they got a really nice check, because that was not called for. You didn't have to take that deal. You really did.
Real quick, for the black community and DEI. Quick question. When did Jaymo Brian become the face of the DEI boycott? Like, did we all collectively elect Jaymo Brian to lead the boycott? I kind of thought that, and I may be tripping, right? I thought that we collectively were like, oh, okay. Like, as a unit, like, we all collectively was like, okay, we see how you move in Target and we fuck with y'all the long way. We was spending billions of dollars annually as a collective, and all collectively moved in unison and was like, I see your racist movement and I raise you. I'm not going to go there anymore. My confusion is coming from Jaymo Brian's doing a tour and like radio station interviews and like all types of stuff, like articles about how he's leading this movement. And I'm confused because I don't ever remember. I also, and I don't want to stick my foot in my mouth with this one because I don't want to tear him down. But one of the things that I've noticed in our community over the years is that there'll always be like a reverend, right? Or like the church, where like the church will involve themselves in politics and it ends up turning into like a whole like identity crisis or whatever the case may be, just like a grab for attention and like narcissism. I'm not saying that he is, but I've noticed the pattern. For the church pulpit straight into politics and running for president or running for some kind of like congressional role, I've noticed the pipeline. And every single time, it always ends up with them just being out for themselves, even though despite us seeing it clear as day the entire time, i.e. with Al Sharpton. And I feel like the only reason why this article was written was to rebuttal Target choosing Al Sharpton over Jaymo Brian, despite Jaymo Brian himself saying that he was leading this, and all of us being like, or that was just me, because I'm like, huh? Like, when did, I don't remember us ever following behind you. Like, I don't remember us ever following behind you. Maybe your church and maybe the people that like actually followed you, but us as a collective, no. Myself, I was never following behind Jaymo Brian. I didn't even know that he was a part of this boycott. Like, that just didn't align with me. I chose to boycott Target because I'm black and I personally was offended, but I am not following behind any reverend for that matter, because I feel like a lot of y'all do, like Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of y'all have been known to take these roles and then you pocket shit.
Let's start with the spark. Target has been quietly rolling back its DEI initiatives. These programs were supposed to ensure that all customers and employees felt seen, respected, and represented. But in recent months, as political and financial pressure mounted, Target began walking that back. Quietly, no press release, no transparency, just a slow retreat from the very values they once championed for. And that's where the real backlash started. People noticed, especially the black consumers, activists, and influencers who had long supported Target. Not just the deals, but because the company claimed to care about equity. So when Target started scaling back its DEI efforts to avoid controversy or appease around the crowd, many felt betrayed, and betrayal fail has a cost. Let's talk about the dollars, because the emotional thing is one thing, but the financial hit is where corporations really feel it. Target stock price has taken a noticeable dip. Some might call it market volatility, but let's believe this boycott is hitting the bottom line. This is not just noise online, it's a movement in people's spending habits. And leading that movement is Dr. Jaymo Brian. It's not just calling for a boycott, it's calling for #targetfast, a full-on economic and spiritual existence from Target. He's framing it as a protest rooted in values, not just politics. His message: if a company can't stand firm on the principles of inclusion and equity, then maybe it doesn't deserve your dollars or your loyalty. This isn't the typical boycott crowd. This time it's not just conservative outrage, it's people from the black community frustrated that once again corporate promises turned out to be just marketing. They are asking, how can a company claim to support equity when it rolls back the very programs designed to create it? Another layer to this story is where Target gets its products. A lot of the inventory flooding Target shelves comes straight from China. Critics say that this over-reliance on overseas manufacturing, especially with a country the US has tense trade relations with, is not only economically risky but hypocritical. You can't talk about American values and local community while outsourcing everything to cut costs. It's part of a bigger problem: corporations chasing profits at the expense of ethics, sustainability, and national resilience. And so now, with Target backing away from the DEI, doubling down on cheap overseas goods and showing where their priorities truly lie, people are fed up, and that frustration is turning into organized, intentional economic action. This is not just about not shopping at Target, it's about reclaiming buying power. Advocates are encouraging people to support black-owned businesses, small businesses, and brands that actually live up to other mission statements. That's why this boycott feels different. It's less about outrage and more about empowerment. Of course, not everyone is on board. Some folks are calling this performative or unnecessary. Others ask, what is the big deal? But that question, why does this matter, is part of the problem. Because when corporations feel they can roll back equity programs without pushback, they absolutely will. And if they don't hear it from us, they will only listen to shareholders. And shareholders are definitely paying attention now. That stock price dip, it may bounce back or not, but even if the dollars recover, the trust might not. This boycott is a wake-up call. It's a warning shot to every corporation that thinks people are not watching. Then they can scale back diversity work quietly and no one will care. But people do care, and not just with their wants, but with their wallets. So if you're sitting back wondering, is this just another viral protest that will blow over? Maybe, or maybe it's the start of something bigger. A new kind of consumer consciousness, one that doesn't just chase sales but demands standard. Target had a chance to lead. Instead, they chose to fold under pressure. And now, they are paying for it, not just in dollars, but in credibility. So the next time you think about shopping at Target, ask yourself, what are you really supporting? Because this is not just about a store, it's about principles, priorities, and whether or not you are okay with the companies taking 2 steps back after promising to move forward. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.